Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is very interesting. It's coming from Male Guardian. It's titled Confident Man Took Everything He Bought for His Entitled Woman. She Wanted $100,000 wedding. I feel I have a, anyway, before we dive into the video, I just want to make a few points, right? I feel a certain way about men that collect what they give women while after a breakup. And okay, take for example, a man and a woman are dating, they're so in love, and then something happens, like they have a disagreement or a very big fight, and they decide to go separate ways, or maybe the man catches the woman cheating. I feel a certain way about men that would collect what they bought for this woman. Because this video is a confident man took everything he bought for this entitled woman. She wanted a $100,000 wedding. Anyway, I'm so interested in this video. Before we dive into it, I'm Oge. Welcome to the channel. It's your first time here. Hi, good to have you guys here. Do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on post notification bell, and drop a comment on what you think about this video. Let's quickly check this out together.
I can't believe I just got home.
My petty husband. Did you guys see that?
My husband has completely cleaned out the house. I just can't believe this. He was even so petty that he took the carpet, the carpet that he put down.
But the carpet though?
And really, so that's what men doing now. Like, you leave and you start pulling up everything that you paid for. Wow, guys, like, I really don't believe this. I am a total shock. Hey guys, I had to have time to process everything and to move my kids' beds out so we could try to start over and get new carpet. He didn't take anything that was the kids or whatever. But I got to sit up and thinking, like, hold on, my husband don't do no labor. So for you to sit there and clean out all the carpet, TVs, yeah, it was stuff that he brought. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to benefit your kids, you can call up another lame fool that was able to be like, oh yeah, I'll come over there and I'll come and help you move that stuff, this, that, and the other. You're just as much of as lame as he is. Like, and then you somebody that just sit around here for over 10 years smiling up in my face, and you go sit there and help him do something like this, you just as lame as he is. Then if you remember, it was the whole spot right here, it's a 75-inch big screen TV that's missing, so he done took that.
This is really a fucked up situation going on here. The thing is, we are only hearing your own side of the story. I know most men out there will not just leave their family for no reason. And for him to remove the carpet and every single thing he bought in the home, he must have been totally fed up with your shenanigans. And we also don't know if your child is really his.
You looking for $100,000 wedding?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
I have high standards, and I feel like I shouldn't lower them just because.
I have high standards too. I went to a justice of the peace.
Okay.
Married 32 years. The biggest weddings are the shortest marriages.
Before we jump into this new, I think, because I feel like this is a new story entirely, but before we dive into it, let's quickly talk about the man who removed everything in his house, maybe after a breakup with his wife. I feel a certain way about men that do that. Like, the things you did for her, I feel like, now I'm just saying this from my own personal point of view, right? I feel like when you did everything you did, you were not under duress. You did it out of love for the woman. To be honest, if we are being honest, we are going to agree that he did what he did out of love and concern, or love and care. He wanted to show love to the woman, and that was why he did what he did. I'm sure, of course, she was just saying her own side of the story. She has not actually said why or what happened, what led a man to actually do all of that. Sometimes it might not be the woman's fault? What if he ran off with another woman? What if he sees somebody else? What if he sees someone who is better than his wife? Do you get? So it might not be, because now the guy is saying, oh, maybe he ran out and he got tired of your attitude, of your behavior and all of that. What if it is not her fault? Right? So I feel like it would have been more interesting if we heard from both sides of the story. Now this is her side. We'd love to hear from the man, because something must have happened for a man to go as far as removing the carpet from the house. Then something must have been going on. Something very, very serious must have happened. So, but I'm not going to blame it on the woman saying, oh, she has a stinking attitude, oh, that was why her husband left and all of that. Nah, it might not be so. What if the man just up and left, he met somebody new and then he just decided to leave? What if that was the situation, or something else? But let's continue anyway. But let's watch this second story of a lady who doesn't want to lower her standard and is requesting for $100,000 wedding. Okay, let's continue.
Marriages, I swear. You know, Kim Kardashian, that dude, 72 days. Took her longer to pick out the dress than it did to be married to her. You know what I mean? You look at, that's just a party. You have that party when, like on your 25th wedding anniversary, then you can spend that kind of money. $100,000, you never gonna get married, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
20, you know what I'm saying? That's the wrong goal. The goal is to have him like for 40 years. Not to have one party.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on the kid thing, and I'm gonna fuss at him about that later. What concerns do you have about him? I understand that you feel like he's not faithful. What's bothering you in that regard?
I feel like every single week it's something new. Like we'll be making progress, and then 3 weeks later it'll be another thing. He'll be
Give me some examples.
like, for example, I caught him online commenting under women's pictures talking about some lit. What's so lit about a girl in a bikini? He said, oh, I do music with her, that's why I'm commenting on her stuff, it's networking. What does music have to do with her in a bikini is all I'm saying, talking about lit. Like, he's just very embarrassing.
But lit's pretty common though, isn't it? It's not intimate or sexual. I mean, it's lit.
Yes, right.
It's not just that though, it's like, it's heart eyes and in the DMs. It's like, it's more than that though. It's like...
She missed the concept of the picture though. The picture had a dog in there that was brought back to life from animal cruelty. So I looked at the situation like, that's lit. You took a dog that had his face almost ate off and brought it back to life, and you showing videos. I put lit. She get offended. She missed the concept. She saw the female in there, heels on, dress on, and she like, oh yeah, he trying to holler at that. Yeah, he trying to connect with that. So I'm like, but at the same time though, it's very like impatient moments with her though. Like it be impatient moments with her.
I understand you woke up one day to find her yelling at a girl on your phone.
On my phone.
Explain, tell me what happened.
I got drunk that night. So I got drunk.
Full disclosure.
I didn't want to drive because drinking and driving is bad.
Yep.
So I spent the night on my friend's couch for like 6-7 hours. It was about 7 o'clock when I came in the morning time. So when I come in the morning, I fall around the bed, collapse. Me, I don't hide my phone, ain't nothing to hide. I leave it on the floor. I don't know if I was dreaming, but I heard communications like, oh, why you calling my man? Da, da, da. I get up like, oh, she talking to the girl on the phone, and the girl like, it ain't your business why I'm calling. And she went from there, and I'm like, get my phone back, get my phone back. She like, oh, now you got these females calling your phone while you sleep or whatever. Who you talking to? Who is this person on your phone? I'm like, I rap with her. She's an artist of mine, you know? Like I really do business with her.
Miss
She
Phillips,
understand that.
do you remember what the incident we're talking about?
I do remember this.
You tell me your version of that.
I saw in his recent calls a young lady, and I called her. Her name was, I'm not even gonna say her name, but I called her, and basically she told me that it was none of my business. And
why did you call her though?
She was calling like 5 times, and it was early in the morning. He was already gone until 2 a.m. So she called like around 6 a.m. like 5 times, and I'm like, you had to have been hanging out with somebody the night before, because why is she calling you so many times in the morning? So I answered, and I'm like, okay, who are you? And she's like, oh, I'm an artist. Mind your business. I'm only.
My, bro. I will tell you from experience, run from this type of women. She has a lot of drama going on in her head, and she is insecure. No matter what you do, it will never be enough. Save yourself. Don't ever marry her. Don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting in the back seat. You need to get out. You don't sit in the back seat today. You need to get out. I'm not sitting in the back seat. What you mean you're not coming?
Before we dive into the new story, let's quickly break this down. See, I know some people deal with insecurities, like personally they deal with insecurity, but I feel like when you see a red flag, when you see something because she obviously do not trust the guy, for her to be snooping around his phone, calling his colleagues or his girlfriends or whatever, she's already insecure. Do you understand what I mean? But the thing is, I feel like when people see red flags or when people see things they should be worried about, they should actually be worried. First of all, she was requesting for $100 wedding, $100,000 wedding, and which is too exorbitant, which is too extravagant. You get, what do you want to do with a $100 wedding? You just want to feed people, feed their eyes, entertain people, and lavish so much money on a day, something that you're going to do and then everybody's going to forget about after some time. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you ask me, that was a lot of money. So the woman or the judge was telling her that you're just spending it on a day. It's just a day, and after that day you should be more focused on the life after that day. I mean the marriage. You should be more focused on the life you will have with the man, instead of asking or requesting for $100 wedding. I feel like that was like, except if you have that kind of money to lavish on a wedding. Do you understand? When people say, some people in a certain class like to date people in a certain class, I don't blame them. You don't expect someone who is in a higher class to come for a lower class entitled woman, because why will you be asking for $100,000 wedding for wedding when you can't even afford $100? Do you understand what I mean? So about the second story, I just feel like probably the woman is a bit insecure, and the commenter, like the guy who filmed this video, was saying that I should never marry her, she's insecure and all of that. I won't say totally that you shouldn't marry her, because I feel like she has a lot going on with her, and it might be beyond that. We're just saying it as outsiders. You don't know what she's actually facing in that relationship. The man might have given her reasons to doubt her in their relationship. So it might be, anyway, I'm sure you guys will be wondering, why am I supporting this woman this day? I just feel like I'm just saying it from my own point of view, how I see it, putting myself in those women's shoes. Just know what I mean. Let's quickly complete the video. No way, what did we just watch?
Okay, bye.
Okay.
That's real crazy. Like what?
As you can see, this is a little bit different. It's not mom versus wife, it's mom versus girlfriend, because as mom stated, you're not the wife yet. I already get the feeling that mom and future wife, they don't get along at all. And you can definitely tell this is a power struggle. So the girlfriend gets in the front seat as she normally does, and mom's not having it. But did it have to go like this? Girlfriend's thinking, this is my spot. I'm not just his girlfriend, I'm the mother of his child, I'm his partner, and I deserve the front seat.
Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him, and people keep saying sorry, and I'm only crying right now because that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I truly thought I was going to be with him forever, and I still love him so much, and I wanted it to be different, but it's not.
Even just 5 years ago, I didn't understand how people who could love each other so much to get married and have kids and build a life together just throw it all away like that. But something never felt right with me. Something never felt right with my relationship. It was always confusing. Do I believe he loves me? Yes, I have no doubt. He would absolutely kill for me. But when it comes to nurturing and loving someone and like wanting to bend every will in your body for them and desire them or just take them out or make them happy, know their littlest things that make them smile. And then I started paying attention to things that he was saying. The one example that always stuck out in my mind was when he described his uncle's relationship with his wife. His uncle was kind of a Rolling Stone type of guy, never really had a home. And he met his wife and he said just how he dances with her and grabs on her and loves her. I could just tell that she was the one, that he just loves her so much. That's an odd thing to say to a wife that you don't dance with, hug, grab, or touch on. And I think little things like that throughout the years. And when he loved me, God, he loved me so hard. But then the next day, it felt like we were roommates. Every time I brought this to his attention, the problem was always me. I could never be together. You know, I had to go back to therapy. I had to read all the self-help books. And you wouldn't believe how many I've read. And I have them all. I will show you. And I even went to school for psychology. So I studied this shit. I became obsessed with it because I was convinced that if I just did the right thing or said the right thing, that he would fall madly in love with me. It was never one gigantic thing. I wish it was. I wish I could be like, he cheated and I hate him. Does he love me? Yes. Is he in love with me? No. Going into the unknown is scary. I didn't even know I was ready until it actually happened. It was intuitive.
Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him, and people keep saying sorry, and I'm only crying right now because that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I truly thought I was going to be with him forever. And I still love him so much and I wanted it to be different, but it's not. It's okay to be upset. Here's the 17 years of my life we're talking about. Somebody I shared children with, who I built a life with. So yeah, say sorry, but also say...
Wow, that was... Oh my gosh, that was actually very sad. I feel sad for her. I hope... I feel like divorce is harder than we sometimes, it's harder than we imagine. Yeah, so about the other mother-in-law, not even mother-in-law, mom and girlfriend situation, I think I've heard or seen stories like that where the mother-in-law would want to sit at the front of the car, and even wife, but today's video is wife, girlfriend and mom, mother of the boy, of the guy. Do you understand? I feel like she didn't have any right to sit in front when the mom is around. If the mom, of course, wanted to sit in front, fine, because she's still a girlfriend, she's not yet a wife. To be honest, though she claims to have a child, not claims, she has a child for him and they are partners, but they are not married. I just feel like it's a dicey situation. It's not a dicey situation, it's a black and white situation. You are not yet a wife. Do you understand? So if the mom wants to sit in front, it shouldn't be a big deal. Well, maybe until she becomes a wife, then I'll say okay, then we can now conclude that okay, she had no right to, to sit at the back. She should be sitting in front, except if the mother-in-law, except if she agrees. Do you understand? Today's video is compiled with a lot of other, is embedded in a lot of other short videos, and very sensitive, important conversations were had. Let me know which of the video tickle your fancy, which of the videos interest you. Drop in the comment section what you think about which of the videos, and yeah, we'll be in the comment section commenting, subscribing. Of course, we'll be in the comment section replying and learning one or two things. What do you think about the girlfriend and mom situation? Do you think the mom didn't have a right to sit in front of her son's car? Of course, I'm African, and the way we see these things might be different. So I would love to know what you think about this video. Before I sign out, make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on post notification bell. In case you see me looking over my shoulders, I have my cats all over the place, and yeah, they might want to feature in the video. Like you guys can see, there's one behind me and there's one in front of me. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching today's video. I hope to see you in my next episode. Bye bye.